I don't know what it is with these hunting games and monkeys, but man, they always make them so difficult. And I really loved it. Welcome back, classy crew, to another Journal of Wild Hearts as I continue my journey to hunt every monster in this game. I guess I haven't really pledged that, but it's kind of assumed that I'm going to hunt every monster in this game. So at a minimum, we're killing everything we come across. In this past week, 3 new monsters have been hunted, carved up, and put on my body for armor parts, including the lava back, which is really the cream of last week's stream. That said, the hunts have been really good so far, up to this point. Everything about this game has been good except for the technical challenges. And I did complain about the story last journal, and now that the story is starting to unravel itself a little bit more and I'm understanding, oh, there's actually something greater happening here, which is the Karakuri source. So the source of my powers, which only I have right now. There's something bigger at play here. Actually, I think I want to dive into this right away before I get into my whole lava back experience. So I've made it to the point, the lava back quest takes you when you're taking this lady to the island to unclog the Karakuri source or something tied to the Karakuri. So basically, you go to the island, you use your force to unclog this thing so that the I don't know what to call it, so I'm just going to call it Karakuri energy, can go back to Minato and things can start working again. And I have a sense that us releasing this, sure, it's portrayed as a positive way in the story right now, but I think it's going to lead to something really bad. I'm realizing that the game is already kind of hinting that there's a difference between humans and the kimono. Of course there's a difference, but like I'm already seeing the duality of the two that are just trying to coexist, and that's what's happening as the conflict here. Now they haven't really fleshed it out, but just looking at the armor skills, how there's a human and a kimono path, and the fact that we're hunting kimono to solve like the human problems, that their Karakuri technology is not quite where it is, and the kimono are running rampage and we want to push them away for the human survival. Like there's a reason this Karakuri source has been gone. There's a reason the hunters using this are no longer around, that I'm the only one. And there's a reason that old dude put a Karakuri inside me. And now everybody's encouraging me to like unclog these things that have been clogged for who knows how long. Like this feels like Mako energy in Final Fantasy VII, and you don't mess with Mako energy. That's the lifeblood of the planet. And I feel we're doing something similar here. Now, I don't want you to tell me anything spoilery in the comments below. This is me speculating and sharing with you. And if you know something I don't, just keep it to yourself, chuckle along, keep watching the videos. I'll see what happens eventually, but please don't spoil it for me. That's just where my thoughts are right now. So I've learned that the kimonos come in different stars, which to my understanding is a different difficulty. And I think the rewards are a little bit different. So I've unlocked kind of those early game monsters, the pig. They're starting to unlock their 2-star. I haven't tried them yet, but I know that that's there. So story's getting better. I've unlocked a new map, and there's a hair here. The new map, absolutely love. And it's probably because I've started getting scarred with the first map and the trees and all of the like artifacts and stuff that I keep getting stuck in, or that my camera gets stuck in. This island feels more peaceful. It feels like there's more room for the camera to move, and it's a lot less of a problem. That said, the monsters are also, or the kimono are also a little bit less big. The biggest problem is with the large kimono, the big pig, the boar, who I forget his name. That thing is just too big. The camera struggles to like keep that thing in focus because it's just so big. I think the designers went a little bit too crazy with the size of that pig. But so far, all of the monsters I've come across, or the kimono I've come across on the island, have been very comfortable. First thing I come across is a spine glider, which is like a little squirrel. Absolutely adorable. He squirts water. He's got like this big pouch tail thing, and he helped me unlock one of the best moves. I just love this thing. It is the big hammer. So when he's like up on his hill laughing at you, you can just build this massive hammer which just like flicks back and what did I just conjure? Next, I got a side quest from my drunk friend, and he's getting a little bit more interesting too. And he was telling me about this like bird that he hunted when he was young, and that I wouldn't be able to. And that was like this thing is called the Dreadclaw, but it's basically a big chicken, and it is a fierce chicken. I don't know what it is with chickens in video games, but they always make them so freaking powerful. This thing kicks like a Ceregios, and is that what it is? It's Ceregios that kicks, right? Oh, he kicks! Oh my goodness! But after a while, I learned like how to see it. I'm like, oh, you're not like, I'm just gonna slide this way, I'm gonna slide this way, you're not gonna kick me. If he's not kicking you, he's pecking you, and if he's not pecking you, he's sitting on you, and if he's not sitting on you, he's doing other stuff. This thing was brutal. I was sure I was going to what's the word? I forget. It's not karting in this game, it's like perish. I'm sure I was gonna perish. But I unlocked a new move here, which was the flash, and it works just like a flash bomb, which is very cool because it's another kind of like feel to Monster Hunter, but in a new way, which I like. And so when he's flying, I can flash him, and then it's like a firecracker. You like shoot a firecracker and it flashes, and then that sends him down. And then you can go bang, 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 or you can pull out the big hammer and smack him. You can do so many good things. So super close fight. Almost lost to this one, but I made it through. I might have perished once, in fact. But anyways, I won. And then the frickin' lavaback, who's I didn't even realize until I saw him, like, wait a minute, this was the monkey on the promotional materials before the game launched. And so, yeah, he was fierce. I tried to sneak up on him. I forget. I tried sneaking up on him a few times. I think I got it once, and all the other times he heard me coming. Just, they give you a huge arena, which I love, and he throws them. This is ridiculous. Get out of the way, crab. Oh my god, he threw a planet at me. Threw a moon. And then when he gets into his, like, amped up state, oh my goodness, he gets like this really cool thing on his arm. His back like spikes project out. He's just super cool. And there's one thing, like, I don't know what it is with monkeys and cheeks. I'm talking about the back cheeks, but this one's back cheek had the little like energy thing open where you can like shove your hand inside and like pull out the threads. I want to do that. I want to do that to this monkey's cheeks. And so I was trying to latch onto him, but it's so hard to latch onto a fast-moving humanoid in this game. It's not like the big pig, which is like a big moving barn. And so I'm trying to get on it. I'm like climbing. I'm ending up in its crotch. And then finally at one point, I see like the trigger to like do the arm thing. I forget what it's called. And I just like, punch him in the butt, and then I just pull out all the threads. And oh man, it was such a cool move, especially like, ugh! Punch it! Yes! Now I can kill you. So this thing was making me sweat. I think the hunt lasted over a half hour, and it was, I think, my longest fight so far. And now it was also a fight where I actually, for the most part, knew what I was doing. So it was really intense to just stay on top of it. He was hitting me. He has the kick too. He has the kick of judgment that just comes from the sky. But man, he has so many moves. He moves fast, and the music doesn't help, because the music, I really love that it does this. It goes depending on the intensity of the fight. If the monster's getting enraged and you're like really like fighting it really close, the music really gets intense. And then when the monster either like loses its enrage mode or gets further away from you, the music kind of tones down. It's a very subtle thing that kind of plays so well to the hunts, just having that music change. Overall, it was just good. Outside of the, again, there was more technical problems with that fight towards the end of it. I had a sound glitch where the music started feeling like I was underwater, and it was like unsyncing from everything. It was really weird. I had to actually back out to the title menu after the fight was done and go back in. And people were telling me they experienced this too in their playthrough. Not necessarily at that point, but they're like, if your music unsyncs or your sound unsyncs, go back to title, do not go into a cutscene because it's going to mess up everything. So I did that before the cutscene, and that's when I learned about the whole Harakiri source. I was unclogging the big one of this island. It sent a bunch of energy to Minato. Minato's windmill started spinning. Everybody was happy, and that's where we are now. Everyone's happy and excited because Minato is like evolving now that there's some energy source. I don't really know what's up next in the story. I'm assuming more monsters. At this point, I just kind of want to grind out a bit of stuff just to get more familiar with, knock out some quests, get some more monster parts before I go too much further. I'm still in chapter 1 somehow. Like, I've put in almost 10 hours into this game, and I'm still just in chapter 1. So really excited for what else this game has to offer. Chapter 1 and 6 monsters already. Like, how many more monsters are in each chapter? So I have no idea how big the roster is. Don't tell me. And just curious to encounter each new monster, because I really don't know what else is coming up. And I love it that way. I love being surprised. So I'll see you in the next journal or on the next stream over at twitch.tv/KGOfficial. Until next time, keep it classy.